Hey, hello everyone. So, in this live session, I'm going to show you how you can enable monitoring for your database, Postgre database, and also you can set up the alerting. So, before we do anything on the screen or on the CLI, let's understand the concept and understand the problem statement. You know, so most of the time, what happens, we are working with different database technologies or application stack or any kind of infrastructure. Okay, and when we have one or two server, it is very easy that we can go and we can monitor it manually on the screen, or we can put some kind of small monitoring system which works fine. But over a time, when your servers are growing and you are getting thousands of thousands, or millions of million servers, it becomes very hard to monitor all the databases or application stack manually. Okay, so to fix or to address or to manage a large environment, you need some kind of monitoring, as well as you need some kind of alerting mechanism, and after seeing multiple tools, I have personally observed that Prometheus and Grafana with Alert Manager works very well in many scenarios and many use cases. Okay, so in this live webinar, I'm going to show you how you can configure it end to end, and I'll make sure that I'm going to cover each and every information in detail. Okay, so let's begin this end to end lab. So before we start, let's understand how actually it works. Okay, because that is more important before starting it. So this is the this is my database stack, or you can say the database server, and this is my monitoring server where I'm doing the monitoring, or I'm performing the monitoring. Okay, I'm going to create two VMs for that. One VM is for the database, another VM for my monitoring server. Okay. And they are going to communicate over the network. On the database server side, I'm going to install Postgre 16, which is going to run on port 5432. And in the same server, I'm going to install PostgreSQL Exporter, which is going to run on 9187 port. Okay. And on the monitoring side, let's take the Grafana, which is nothing but a layer or tool which is going to show our dashboards, okay, on the screen. And actually, these the information which is going to populate, or which is going to display on the Grafana dashboard, is going to come from Prometheus. Okay, and Prometheus is nothing but a time series database, which is like just gathering the information from Postgre exporters. And Postgre exporter is getting connected to your database and using the database credentials like username and password. So once it is connected to your database, it will pull all the necessary statistics, metrics, monitoring, metadata, and all those things. And over the network, it sends all the details to Prometheus. And Prometheus is capturing all the details, making it behaving like a database or behaving like a store for these matrices. And once we will connect the Grafana will behave like a displaying layer, or a layer which is going to show you all the data which is coming from the Prometheus. Okay. And what is a part of Alert Manager? So let's suppose in this database server, your CPU utilization is going high. Mean to say, let's suppose it is going more than 85%. So the moment if your server is going more than 85%, or let's suppose you have lot of queries which is taking more than 2 milliseconds, for example. Simply Postgre exporter is going to send all the details to Prometheus, and Alert Manager will detect all these uh, problems or anomalies or the issues or incidents, in other words, and it will send the email to your email ID. Okay. So what will happen? Let's suppose if 85% is just configured as a warning and it is growing towards 90%, and before 85 to 95% there was a 5-minute gap. And let's suppose if you have this system in the place and automatically Alert Manager detects that in the 8 your CPU is utilized 85%, automatically it will send you a warning. And after seeing this warning on your email or on your WhatsApp or on your Slack or on your Teams or Google Chat, you can simply respond to this issue, right? You can go and check what is going wrong in the database server, how I can, fix this particular problem. Okay. So like that, we can monitor many or thousands or millions of server at a time without going and manually monitoring each and a server uh, step by step or sequentially. So we have to just set up this thing once in our environment or in our data center or in our cloud environment, and we have to configure certain conditions or rule. And once these all things are in a place, no need to monitor the databases or other thing manually. Okay. So let's go and do these things step by step. Okay. So as a first step, I'm going to create a VM for my database server. For creating the VMs and all, let me explain you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a software called Vagrant. Okay. So using Vagrant, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the virtual machines. Okay. So let me just explain you quickly. So using Vagrant, I will simply create my database machine. Using same Vagrant config, I will create my monitoring server, and my Prometheus, Grafana, and Alert Manager is going to run as a Docker service on top of my monitoring service. And here on my database side, what I'm planning to do, I will simply configure the exporters. Okay. Two exporters basically, the database level exporter and node level exporter. Okay. Both the things we'll configure and we are going to monitor it on first we will configure the dashboard. The dashboard will monitor all these database and node statistics, and after that using alert manager we are going to configure the alert. Okay, so let's go back to the screen and let's configure all these things step by step. Okay, so the first thing is let's create a virtual machine. Okay, so all the configuration whatever I'm using I will send you afterwards, or you can get it from my description of this video. So this is my server, Ubuntu server, and here I have configured all the things. So let's create a database server, mkdir database, cd database, vagrant init. Will initialize the vagrant configuration. Under the vagrant, I will remove everything. I will simply put this configuration, and I will change my configuration to database VM, database VM, and database VM, and let's configure the database server, Postgres server, perfectly fine. So let's start the machine. Don't worry, I'll send you all the configuration and everything. So libvirt IP command. Let me fix this. Libvirt IP. Let's do it. Should be only containing letter numbers. Okay, got it. I'll fix it. Postgres server. So what we are planning to do, we will simply go and install Postgre in this VM which is getting built. So it is not going to take much time. Okay, boom. Our database server is ready. Let's do SSH. Now I'm on my database server. I'll log in as a root. Simply go to the Postgre official website like this. Go to the download section. Okay. Linux. And let's see what I'm using. I'm using Alma Linux 9.7. So let me just click here, select my platform to Alma Linux 9. My machine is 64 and x86 64 architecture. Version is 16. Simply copy all the configuration like this and paste it here. And this will create my database server. Let's wait for some time. Let me close my Outlook. Otherwise, it will send a lot of unwanted emails. Yes. Quit. Sometimes it can be faster, this particular update command, which is like a DNF install, because this server is recently built. So what it is doing, it is trying to update everything. So what we can do, you can just wait for some time. And also this can this can this can take some time depending on your network speed. Okay. It's 62% done. It's going good. Let's wait for some time. And then our database server will be ready. Okay. We might face some issues, which I will fix on the screen, just to showing you all the, all the steps and everything. And, we'll fix them step by step. It's going good. Okay. Is installing the next package. So currently it is installing Postgre. It is installing the base OS. So as I'm doing it live, let's wait. I can't, you know, uh, skip this part because that option is not there. So it's okay. Let's wait for some time, and we are going to fix all the issues step by step. Okay, and our main focus is going to be to achieve this configuration. Okay, so we are going to achieve this configuration end to end. Okay, in case if you have any question, you can ping me on the message bar. Okay. So we are going to achieve this end to end, including VM, config. Even I'll show you, I will use my Gmail account and I will show you how messages are going to my Gmail account. Okay. So we are going to do that also. Let's go back to our screen. Okay. I'll get some water meanwhile. So this, if you are installing your, or if you are making your virtual machine first time, there are chances that this may take long time. Okay. So be prepared for that. Okay. But once it is once it is done, right, once it is done, once at least, DNF install and everything, and then it won't take much time next time. Okay, so nothing to worry about it. In case if you have any question, don't hesitate, you can ask in the chat window and I'll try to answer it. Okay. So currently we are building, or we are installing the Postgres 16 on Alma Linux, and I have created a VM for that using um, Vagrant. All the configuration I'll share it. Don't worry, just see the process first, understand the sequence. See here. So currently my database is ready. How we will validate? We will simply go and run the command systemctl status. See this? So this is just a confirmation that Postgre is running fine. Let's log in as a Postgre user and simply run and test it. So now Postgre is ready. As part of our second step, let's create a user under the Postgre database, which we are going to use as a using the which will use it under our exporter service. Okay, so it's up to you. Either you can, either you can give your Postgre database user directly, or you can use a different user. So it's up to you. I'm using a different user to monitor my database. Let's see, and we'll and I have just created it. Sorry, I have executed on the sorry, SQL prompt. Let me execute it here. See here, my roles, mean to say my users are created, which I'm going to use in my exporter service. Okay. So now next step is how to, create the exporter. Okay. Which will export my database statistics from the database to Prometheus. Okay. Let me just show you the part currently where I am in. So see what I did. I have created this. I have created the VM, this one. Now I have created the database. Under the database, I have created the user, which I'm going to use here because exporter is going to pull the configuration here. Okay, like this. And using the exporter, I will send all the statistics to my uh, Prometheus Docker container or Prometheus installation, whatever you can call it. So this part is ready. Okay. Now the next part is go to my go to my let's go to my what is this? What is the next thing? Let's go and build our monitoring server. For that, I will come to the same server where I have created the database. I will come one folder behind uh, like this. So this was my database. Now let's create monitoring. So I'm just calling it mon server 01, something like that, just to remember it. And here also I'll simply run vagrant init to initialize my vagrant configuration file. I'll simply go to vagrant. I will remove everything and I will simply copy my config, which I will share with you also. You can simply copy this config. Okay. So let me paste it to my uh, config also. I'll call it mon server. Okay. So this is the one which I'm going to use and create my monitoring server. So okay, like this created. Let's correct the server name because now it's not a database server, it is a monitoring server. So mon server 01, mon server 01, and this is already configured, so it looks good. So let's do vagrant up to create this machine. Okay, so once this machine is ready, right, we are going to create we are going to install the Docker. Okay, because our monitoring server, the Grafana, Prometheus, and Alertmanager is going to run on top of Docker. Okay, for that I'm going to use a Docker compose file, which I will share uh, afterwards. Okay, so my monitoring server is ready. Now let's SSH, mean to say log into the server. Let's switch to user, root, And let's quickly install Docker. Okay, so this is wrong command. Let me get the command for my operating system, which is Alma Linux. So, so in case if similar kind of issue comes, you can take the help from ChatGPT also, and you can fix the issues like this. So see, I have started installing the Docker on my monitoring server because my Prometheus Grafana alert manager is going to run on my monitoring server. Okay, so let's review our config. This is done. This is done. This is not ready yet because once my monitoring is ready, I will install the exporter and I will do the connectivity. Okay. So currently I'm building this VM plus Docker installation, Docker and Docker Compose installation, Compose installation. And once this is ready, all these things are going to run on top of Docker and Docker Compose. Okay. Let's see how far we are. Okay. This might take some time. This might take some time. So don't worry about that. Just give some time. It is depending on your configuration, your network speed, uh, the kind of hardware you have, specifically your hard disk. But the primary reason is your network speed and how busy the repositories are. Let's suppose if Docker repository have many connections, this process can take some time. So don't worry about that. Take some time. In case if you have any question, you can put in the you know in the message bar. Next time, what I will do, I will make sure these machines are ready. But what I was thinking, I thought I'll do it on the screen so that you people can see how I'm fixing the issues. If I, in case if I get any issue, or what kind of normal, issue comes, all those things. So that's why I'm configuring it in such a way. Yeah. So what I will do, I will send you the notepad after the live session so that you can see all the steps step by step. Don't worry. I can see your comment, uh, Nagadurga. I'll send you the steps also. But I hope you are liking this live. Okay. So now it's installing base OS packages. It's updating it. And if anyone have any question, please use the comment window and you can ask any question. Meanwhile, this is installing. Installation is very easy. Okay. The only complicated part is because the bits and pieces. Okay. So if you understand these bits and pieces, right, it will make your life easy. Mean to say, if you, excuse me, if you want, you can divide this whole work into multiple pieces. Okay. Which will make your life easy. The first thing is create your VM ready, both the VMs, installation ready. Okay. So at least these three things are ready. You can simply install the exporter, Grafana run on the Docker Compose, and you can finish the configuration in 10 to 15 minutes also. That is also possible. But I thought I will show you everything from the beginning so that you know. And in case if you want to understand how I have created these virtual machines, quickly, what I am using, what is the backend technology, just comment me. I will provide you all the details. Or in the next live session, I will show you how you can install all those things. Okay, that is also possible. Still taking some more time. So let's see. Let's see how far it is going. Okay, I think only 4% is left. Okay, so now it has started installing all the Docker and Docker dependent packages. Okay. Just bear with me for some time. Once this part is done, installing other things are not that uh, you know tough. Or let's do one thing. Meanwhile, this installation is going on. Let's configure the database part. Let's save the time. So let's log into my database server, which I have just created. So this is done. Let's go. Let's come here. Let's install the exporter services. So currently I'm installing two exporters. One is Postgre, one is Node Exporter. And I'll show you all the services. Everything. Okay. Simply copy paste this command. This will extract the Node Exporter from the website. Mm, let's fix this. Oh, call. So what is the problem? Sudo. Okay. Okay. So we got it. S- Okay. Let me fix this. Let me fix all these issues step by step. So let's do like this. Okay. This is ready. Now let's extract it. So my node manager is exported. Now let's move it to USR bin library so that we can make a service out of it. Okay. And install, let's install the Postgre exporter. Okay. Because we have just installed the node exporter. So let me show you the configuration here. So we have just installed node exporter here, node exporter, which will capture all the node related statistics like OS, CPU, packages, everything, and it will send it to Prometheus. And after that, I will install Postgre exporter, which will connect to my Postgre and send all the statistics. Okay. So let me do that also. Okay, wget command is not found, no problem. DNF hyphen y install wget. Okay, so this is done. Now let's run the step again. Okay, sorry, copied wrong thing. Okay, so my Postgre exporter is also downloaded. Let's unextract it. Now move this to binary and let's configure the Postgre exporter inverter file. Sorry, exporter file, and simply put the database connection string. Okay, so which is exporter pass localhost. So this detail is supposed to be the detail which we have just created, right, as a first step. database username and password. So I'm going to use exporter and then my password as Oracle and 5432 SSL mode disable. Simply configure your Postgre exporter like this. And now let's create a service out of it. Okay, mean to say Linux service. So here, come here and put this configuration. Okay, and like that we have created the service. Let's go and reload and start the service. Can you see this? My Postgres services are started, and enable means whenever my server will reboot, they will be started again as part of the server start process. See this? It's working fine, no errors. Now let's configure the let's configure the node exporter services. Okay, so before we are configuring the node exporter, let's create a dedicated user for node exporter. Let me remove this command, node exporter, and let's use this under our service configuration. Okay, so vi, so like this I'm simply creating a service for my node export, which I'm going to use for to send the data to Prometheus and Grafana. Okay, and let's start the node exporter. If any issue will come, we'll fix it on the screen. So status, see this node exporter is also started running. Now let's we have verified the services. In case before you go ahead, let's check your firewall status. Otherwise, okay, so this can cause the issue. So let's disable this using SC Linux security SC Linux. No, sorry. SC Linux config. Let's disable the firewall. Disabled, and after that, let's reboot the machine. Okay, let's see my monitoring server. How far the installation is done? Okay, it's going on. As we are building it from the scratch, all the packages are getting installed. So it's okay. Let's give some time to that. Okay, let's see if our database server is back. Yes, it is back. Now let's see if all the firewall rules, security rules are clear. Yes, it is cleared. And let's test whether our node manager and other matrices are working or not. So I'm just taking my public IP. I will open this, simply put this IP here, colon, and my port number, which is 9119100 slash matrices. See this? So 9100 is just my node manager export port, which is exporting all the details. Let's suppose like CPU, RAM, my all kind of node related statistics. It has started exporting from my server using 9100 port. Okay. In the same way, we can check the Postgre exporter also. Okay, but let's configure the monitoring server first because it's taking long time. Okay, so this is still pending. Let's see how long it takes. So we have simply starting installing the Docker. Okay. So using Docker, we are going to run the node exporter. Let's wait for some time. So once our Docker is installed, right, it's just a matter of 10-15 minutes to configure all these things. So just bear with me. Okay. So this might take little time. This Docker installation. If it is taking more time at your side, also just leave it for some time, and it will work. So currently we are installing Docker to build our monitoring service. Okay. If you like this video or live, please share it or subscribe or just you know send me your questions in case if you have. I think after this will be any question, any comments. I think this time is taking. Next time, what I'll do, I'll build all these things ahead of the time so that we can save time. Okay, I think we are very nearby. This will get over anytime. A Docker installation never takes this much long, but as I'm doing live streaming as well as sharing my screen, might be the internet connection might be slow. Okay, I think we are very nearby. Few packages are missing, which is getting installed. Okay, so once this step is done, once this installation of Docker is done, I'm going to run all these three things over the Docker Compose. Okay, using the Docker Compose. So basically, what is that? Let me explain you. So it will be like we will just install Docker, and on top of the Docker, let's suppose this is Docker. On top of the Docker, we are going to install Prometheus, Grafana, and Alert Manager. Okay. And on my DB side, on my database side, I have PostgreSQL running, which is running on 5432. I have Node Exporter and Postgre Exporter. Postgre Exporter is going to connect to my database using username and password. And I have defined that configuration in Exporter config. Node Manager or Node Exporter is going to monitor all my node related specific thing, all these statistics. It will collect all the statistics related to node, and all these three things are going to be sent to my Prometheus. And using Grafana, I will connect to Prometheus and I will see all the statistics in very, very beautiful dashboards with the graphs, bar, and all those things. Okay. Once these steps are done, I will simply create one alert for my CPU. Let's suppose if my CPU utilization is 85%, automatically this alert manager will detect the it will check the Grafana and everything, and it will send the email to my Gmail account that I will show you practically on the screen, step by step. Okay. So now, okay, I think last package we are very nearby. Okay. Uh, no problem. So flow diagram is very easy to understand. Okay. So just think like on the left hand side, you have a database server. Here, this is your database server and this is your monitoring server. Both are running in two different servers. This is your database service. And here I have installed two services. One is Postgre Exporter service and I have also installed Node Exporter service. Okay. Both the services are, both the commands I'll give you everything on my Postgre exporter services. And one more thing, on the database level, I have created a username password which I have configured under my Postgre exporter service. Node exporter service is by default running and capturing all the information which we have just tested here. See this, and I'm getting all the exporter and everything here. Once my Docker is installed, Grafana, Prometheus, and Alertmanager is installed, I will simply configure all these exporter services in my Prometheus side. That's all. And I will see all the things in the beautiful graphs and we will create the alerts. Okay. Is that clear, Narayana? Don't worry. We'll do it step by step. So even we are going to, repeat it multiple times, two, three times, so that everyone understand what we are trying to achieve. Okay. Only eight more packages are. So in case if you want to check your Postgre exporter service also, that also you can check. How you can check? The way we have tested our exporter services, simple, open the browser. In the browser, take the same uh, link which we have used for network or node exporter and just change the port to the, what is our port for Postgre exporter? The port is 9187. Simply put 9187. And if you see the services, it means everything is working fine. In case if you are not seeing the service, it means something is wrong. So let's go and see what is wrong. So let me go and see the Postgre exporter. I know what is wrong because we have not enabled the remote connection on the database layer. So that's why it is not giving us the proper result. So simply go to your database, go to your Postgre config like this, and make sure your database is configured on listening mode from anywhere. So listen, yes, CD, this is the problem. Let's fix this. Star, done. In the same way, let's configure your pga.hba.conf. In case if you're unclear from where which file I should configure, simply go show pg.hba hba.file, and technically you have to enable all these configuration in this file. Okay, so this is the one way. The another way is simply go from your pg um, pg data folder. Okay, here simply come and enable it 0 like that, so I can accept any connection from the anywhere. Once my file is saved, simply come and grep bounce the Postgres service. So I have a question. Why I'm bouncing the service? Why I'm not reloading the service? Anyone? I have just changed the specific parameter, right? Okay, so now let's go and check our Postgre exporter services again. Okay, I'm not getting anything. Let me bounce my Postgre exporter service. Simply stop it. Percent and percent. And start it. Start. Let's see. 8197. I'm using correct port. 9187. Sorry, I'm using wrong port. 9187. 9187. See this? Postgre related all the configurations are getting exported on this number. Okay. Let's suppose if you don't want to expose this configuration on normal HTTPS, you can also configure the SSL certificates so that it can be exposed using SSL certificates. So now my this side of the configuration, my database server configurations are ready. So mean to say my database connection is fixed from exporter to database. My node exporter is also fixed. See this? This is my Postgre exporter is working fine. I can see the data. This is my node exporter. I can see the data. My only configuration is remaining is my monitoring server. So just wait for some time and we'll configure that also. Okay, so let's see. Okay, okay. How long it will take more? Am I audible properly? My voice is clear. Can someone confirm on the comment? So, okay, so my configuration is ready. Let's quickly go and check whether my Docker services are properly running or not. Okay, so for that, let's go. 1 second. Let me bring my configuration. Okay, so system CTL status Docker. So Docker is running. Let's see Docker Compose. No, I don't see Compose PS. Okay, so Compose is ready. Let's check. Yes, Compose is ready. Now let's quickly go and configure our Prometheus and Grafana. Okay, for that, what I will do, I will simply go to, I will create a folder called mkdir mon. Under the mon, I'm going to configure all my Docker related configuration. Okay, so I'll simply go and create a file called docker-compose compose.yaml, and I'll simply put all these configuration. See here, this is my Prometheus configuration. This is my alert manager configuration and this is my Grafana configuration. See, right quit, saved it. Let's check the uh, see this. Okay, so my SC Linux is still there. It means firewall rules are there. So let's disable them using config, enforcing. Let's make them disable. And let me reboot my server for a minute. And once my servers are back, we'll do some small configuration. So, okay, my monitoring server is back. I'll go to my mon folder. I will just do one more configuration called Prometheus configuration, Prometheus.yaml. Simply configure all the Prometheus related things. Okay, so here I'll just simply go and change my IP. The IP for node exporter, what IP I will put? For node exporter, I'll put this IP and port. So I'll simply copy this and put it here. And for for this also, I'll go and put this IP. So simply put the IP. Don't put anything else. No HTTP is required. Let's remove the unwanted config. This slash is also not required. So you understand, right? Postgre exporter, node exporter. So it's ready. And now let's go and configure the alert rule. Okay. So alert rule, we can configure up to our, as per our this one. So let's suppose I want to configure an alert rule, CPU utilization more than 20%. 20%. Okay. So let's monitor that. For that, we'll create a rule here. So I'm creating two rule. If my instance is going down, I'll get an alert. In case if my CPU is going more than 20%, because I don't have any real production data running, right? So I'm just taking 20%. So this is the way I'm just configuring it. Every one millisecond it is going to monitor, and I'm just saving it. Once this saving the files are saved, I will simply go and start my Docker. So simply start the Docker like this. Docker compose. Okay, let's remove the hyphen. See this? It has started building my configuration. Okay. So currently my monitoring service is getting built on top of Docker. See? Okay. So I think we have some problem. Let's fix it. And this is the way we should fix all the issues. So let me fix it. What's the problem? So, okay. So what is the problem? Okay. Let me see my config again. Alert manager. Okay. Alert manager. Rule.yaml. This looks good. Let's go and configure this file. Okay. Default. 1 minute. cd root mkdir mon cd mon, and here view the alert manager dot alertmanager.yaml. Okay, I think we did a mistake. Simply let's create this. Let's correct that default. What is happening? Manager. Let me delete this directory. Alert. B. Okay, this configuration is done. Now let's keep the privileges. Okay, and now let's make the Docker down and up. Okay, see this? Everything is created. How to check whether Docker is running or not? Simply do Docker compose ps, and here everything should be up and running. So now first thing, go to your browser, put your IP and put 3000, and 3000 should open. Sorry, I took a wrong IP. Let me go and get the IP of my monitoring server. So this is my monitoring server, 129. I'll just take 129 on 3000, 29. See this? So my Prometheus is ready. Sorry, my Grafana is ready. Admin password. Let's put the standard password. Skip it. See this? This is my Grafana dashboard. So let's go back to our chart or graphic, the diagram. So I have created this VM. I have installed Docker and Docker Compose. Docker and Docker Compose and my YAML configuration of Grafana, Prometheus, and Alert Manager is ready. Alert Manager is ready for with two rules: instance down and CPU utilization is more than 20%. The moment CPU utilization goes 20%, I supposed to see a email. Okay, so this part is done. So till here everything is configured. Now let's see how we can double check whether my Prometheus is running or not. Okay, so for Prometheus, simply go and put the same kind of thing on what port Prometheus is running. Might be 9191, something like that. 9090. Yes, 9090. So let's check colon 9090. See this? My Prometheus is running here. How many targets we have? So we have two targets. You remember we have configured two targets, node exporter, and they're supposed to be up and healthy. See this? They are healthy. They are doing all the things. We are good. Now, the important part is how to see all these monitoring thing on my Grafana dashboard. Okay, step one, because we have to monitor it right the first and then configure the alert manager, right? So for that, what we will do, we will simply go to the simply go to the connections and add connections, and then we are going to do the Prometheus Prometheus one. Okay, and here we will add, sorry, we'll go to data source, add a new data source, Prometheus, and let's put the Prometheus IP here like this. No authentication is required. Skip the TTL certification validation because we don't want to put that. Once you will do see this, everything is green. 7 test, perfectly fine. You have added it. You are good. Now let's monitor our database. Okay, so how to monitor it? Simply go to the Grafana dashboard. Grafana free dashboards, and under that you will find a lot of open source free dashboards for Postgre, because no need to write any dashboard, no need to create any dashboard. We are simply going to use the pre-built dashboard. So I'll just simply copy the dashboard ID. I will come here to my Grafana, to my, sorry, to Grafana dashboard. I will go to my dashboards, new, import. I will put the ID, load, and I will just put my data source as a Prometheus, import, and boom. See this? Everything is configured. See, my database has started getting monitored by Prometheus and Grafana. See this? See the bar? CPU, RAM, and everything. In the same way, you can go and you can get other dashboards also. The only important thing is they're supposed to work with Prometheus. That is the only ask. If you have not configured the dashboard using Prometheus dashboards, they might not work. So okay, so or you have to fix the issues. So see, I'm just refreshing them. Let's take it for the long time. Last 5 seconds. See this? So just to see whether CPU utilization or the other configuration thing, simply go to this, and also let's add one more dashboard. See this, load Prometheus import. See this, 5 minute. All the data has started populating. See this, transactions and all those things. Okay, sometimes it takes time. Okay, so don't think that your configuration is wrong or something. Give some time. So because Prometheus will start capturing the data and everything will happen, so which can take some time. Okay. I can see one question. Do you have Postgre course for DBA who have worked on SQL? Yes, I have a course. I'll post the link here, so you can simply go and you can join my course. Tomorrow I have a class, new batch starting. So what I do in my classes, I cover all these DBRE related concepts also, because basically what we are doing, it's a DBRE job, database site reliability job, where people are monitoring the databases and everything, right? So like that, we can monitor all the things here. All refresh dashboard instance, we can configure anything, whatever thing we want. Okay, everything is possible. So now, for example, let's suppose my these two databases are getting monitored. Now I have a big problem that whenever all these things, whenever I'm monitoring it, right? I'm in front of my screen. But technically, it is not possible that I can sit in front of my screen 24 bar 7 and monitor all these things, right? So for that purpose, what we do, we create alerts, right? Mean to say, when we hit to the data, when anything happens to my database, or if anything is like, let's suppose my database is down, or in case if anything happens to my database, automatically I should get a email. So how to do that? Okay, so let's suppose if this is my database server, this is my let's see, this is my database server, and CPU utilization is going beyond 20%, for example. Okay, currently it is very less. So let's suppose if CPU utilization goes beyond 20 minute, how to get the alert? Okay. So for that, let's configure the SMTP uh, of Gmail to get the alert. Okay. So if you want to create, if you want to get the alert on your Gmail account, the first thing is like you have to configure the your Gmail app's password. Okay. So technically, what you have to do, you have to generate your Gmail app's password, and that app password you have to come and configure in the alert manager. Then only you are going to get the emails. Okay. So you have to simply come to your alert manager YAML file. See here, alert manager YAML file, and you have to define all the things. Okay. In my case, I'm going to define all the things. Let me remove all the old config and simply come here. Uh, I'll put my email ID. So my email ID is the dbadmin hyphen test, and my auth is the dbadmin hyphen test. So let me double check. No, it's dot test, not hyphen. So dot test, test, and my password, which I have already generated, which I will give you the, I'll show you. This is my password. Okay, so this is my password I have used, and let me configure the receiver's email ID also. So this is my receiver's email ID. The db admin hyphen test test, sorry, test. Oh, I did something wrong. The db test at the rate gmail.com. Okay, so like that, and simply come and restart my alert manager. Okay, alert manager is restarted. I have to stop the node manager also. Okay, not here. So let's go and check the logs of my alert manager in case if there's an issue. Okay, no problem. So let me go to my email and see if I got. Let me just show you my email address also. See this? I don't have any email from anyone anywhere, right? Let me just clear all these emails to my empty bin. And now let's try to increase the CPU utilization. Okay. So I'll just try to run some commands which will increase the load on server. So let me install one package called stress. So this stress package is going to give lot of stress to my server. Huh, in other words. So let me do this. Oh, so stress not found. What is that? Sudo dnf install stress is not there. Let me fix this also. So let me fix this also. Why this is not getting installed? Okay, so let's do like this. Let's do like this. Okay, so now stress package is installed. I'll put lot of stress on my server. And let's see if my I'm getting the alerts or not. Okay. So see here, I don't have any email. I'm supposed to get an email in case if my CPU utilization goes to 20% higher. Okay. Let's this package get installed. Okay. So it is installed. So let's see if this is working. Okay. Package is stress package is getting installed just to put the stress or extra, mock load on the server. So Postgre records for DBA who have worked on SQL Server but want to work on it too. Yes, yes, very well. You can work because we are starting from beginning to end, so nothing to worry. So this is done. Let's put some stress. So see the stress is going to my server and CPU utilization is my CPU utilization is going down high. Let's see view. Am I getting any email? No. Let's put more load. See this? I got a high CPU utilization email. See this? We got it just now. See this? CPU utilization high. Warning because now it's in warning stage. If I configure it in the error stage, I might get the error. Okay. So what is the whole purpose of this exercise? The whole purpose of this exercise was to get to monitor the databases, monitor database infrastructure, and monitor it. And as well as when you are not available or when you are not actively monitoring your databases, you should get a alert on your email, WhatsApp, or any medium wherever you want to see the alert. Okay. And like that, you can configure n number of alerts. I have just configured it on CPU. Even you can configure it on RAM, you can configure it on your OS packages. Even let's suppose if my hard disk is getting utilized more than 95%, I will get an email like this. Okay. So this is the one of the part of database site reliability engineering and site reliability engineering where we are actively monitoring the infrastructure, not only actively monitoring, we are also configuring the alerts so that when we are not in front of the systems or when we are sleeping, when we are eating, when we are going out, our servers can send us a alert about their health, about their vitals, about the metrics like this. Okay. I hope you like the session. I have tried my level best to explain all these things. And currently I am running a course on my website. This is my website, and I teach all these things to the Postgre DBA people. Everything is listed here. In future, you are going to see more live webinars where I'm going to discuss about different topics. We have a WhatsApp channel also. If you want, you can talk to us directly on WhatsApp, and we are going to cover a lot of things like this, like in future, so that you people can take advantages and benefit. And whoever need the configuration, they can WhatsApp us directly from the website. I will send the configuration to them directly. See this. Uh, Go to your website. Go to this my website, and directly you can WhatsApp to us directly like this. Okay. I hope you liked the session, and you understood the concept that I was trying to explain here. In case if you have any question, any doubt, just let me know. Okay. Ping me directly. Make sense? Guys, please just comment if you like it, and then we will make this live session over. Okay. Okay, guys. I'll see you in the next live session. Until then, bye. Take care. Be safe.